open up the weave into circles, step your left foot back, and then counterclockwise chasing the sun. And chase the sun, and chase the sun. Now come up to pinwheel. Together time. And then we're going to bring it back down into chasing the sun, coming around. 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to come up to split time pinwheel. And come back to together time pinwheel, and then bring it back into chasing the sun. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. And now come up into together time, and then we'll make it big. So big for 3, and 2, and 1. Back to small, come back down into chasing the sun. And then this 4th time we go up, we're going to come up into the pinwheel, split the time, and then make it big and split time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go back to small, turn left into your overhand weave. When the left hand is on top, turn right to underhand weave. When the right hand is on bottom, turn left to overhand weave. When the left hand is on top, turn right to underhand weave. When the right hand is on bottom, turn left to overhand. Turn right to underhand, turn left to overhand, turn right to underhand, turn left to overhand, turn right to underhand, turn left to overhand, turn right to underhand. Now this time only turn halfway up into the pinwheel, and then go back to your chasing the sun. Let's do a fun thing with that under the leg double stall that we did. So what we just did was from the right, together time, come down, go between your legs like this. And I had you bring it up into underhand weave, but what you could do is you could bring it down and come up into chasing the sun this way. And then you could do it on this side where you come up into chasing the sun this way. So you could do stall, reverse to the other direction, chase the sun, stall, reverse to the other direction, chase the sun. Stall, reverse to the other direction, chase the sun. And stall, reverse to the other direction and chase the sun. Or you could leave out the whole chasing the sun and just keep doing stalls while you're traversing space. So I turn to my right, I stall, come up and over, turn left and stall, come up and over, turn right and stall, come up and over, turn left and stall, come up and over, turn right and stall. And now I'm going to move forward doing the same thing. And all I'm doing is stalling between the legs each time and then doing the sweep over portion of the chasing the sun and connecting the two of them together. So that's a nice little way to leverage the move that you already know, and you're just taking out the low part of the sweeps. And from a performance perspective, it can be really great if you want to traverse the stage and get to a different location on the stage. I am noticing something that you're doing with your feet that I can maybe help you be a little bit more efficient with. If I show it to you this way, so I'm reorienting it so that I wouldn't perform this way for the audience, but I want you to see what's going on. What you're doing when you're turning is you're like stepping both feet and then stepping both feet. But if you pivot on the one foot all the way around, we have to alternate feet. So there's that. And I might not have specified that. So if you're moving backward, for example, you stall to the right and you bring your right one back. Then as you come up and over, pivot on the right foot, pivot on the left foot, pivot on the right foot. If I'm here like this, with my right foot in the back, my left foot in the front, I'll shift my weight to my right foot and then spin 180 degrees to here. And then I'll shift my weight to my left foot and spin 180 degrees to here. And then shift and spin, shift and spin. And then it's the same thing going forward. Shift and spin, shift and spin, shift and spin, shift and spin. And now if you try it with the poi, I bet it'll work a whole lot better. If you're feeling like the poi are a little too wild, what you can do as you're doing this particular pattern is just pull them up a little bit so that they're shorter, so they can't tangle around each other as easily. You can always do that. That's just a fun trick to help you out in general. Let me give you sort of the opposite version of this, where you are doing, let's see, so turn and stall, kick, sweep, stall, kick, sweep, stall, kick, sweep, stall, kick. And when I say opposite, I don't mean in terms of traversing the space. I mean, this one uses the low part of the chasing the sun rather than the high part. And what I'm doing is I'm sweeping back, and as I come out in underhand, I kick the leg and try and line them up with each other. All you do is, let's try this without the footwork, just to get you accustomed to the poi part. If you're here in overhand, we're going to sweep back and then immediately stall. And then sweep, stall, sweep, stall, sweep, stall, sweep, stall. I'm not even going into a circle. The only circle that happens is behind my butt in the sweep, in the low portion of the turn. And this is probably the hardest part of the chasing the sun for most people in the beginning of my experience, is that loop behind the butt. Loop behind the butt and stall to one side. Loop behind the butt, stall the other side. Boom, shoo, boom, shoo, boom, shoo, boom, shoo. And I was doing it where it was stalling with the poi, but you could do it as counter stalls as well. Or counter kick, right? Where I'm kicking away from the poi instead of with the poi.